Hi, good morning. I'm Suze. Welcome back to my witchy homestead. Or welcome if you're new. This is my backyard. This is my back deck. This is one of my happy places because literally I'm surrounded by nature and it's like I'm not in town back here. I forget that I'm in town back here, which is fabulous. Today's video is going to be my June garden tour. But we need to talk about the garden a bit first. So I have my 5 raised beds. I have buckets, not pots, buckets. I have some large really large grow bags. And I also have my front bed. Now you've seen all of these doing the planting of the garden. Oh, itchy eye. Sorry about that. You've seen all of that in the planting of the garden and the planting of the front bed. But let's actually talk about it. So we'll start with the front bed. The front bed is now my experimental bed because it tends to flood when it rains. The things that I wanted to put in it, nothing really germinated. The things that did, I have put out there. I've also put out other things and some things that weren't going to be there, like tomatoes. And that's cool. So it's now an experiment. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I get something out of it. The beds themselves. So let's go to the big garden, the raised bed garden. The beds were made by my husband, which was fantastic. I didn't have to do it. There are 5 4-by-8 foot beds and 3 3-by-3 beds. Those are the kids' beds. I also have multiple buckets that I got from Dollar Tree and drilled holes in the bottom to turn them into larger pots. And I also have those massive grow bags that I got from the other dollar store, which I bought one, thought it as a joke because I thought it was hilarious, and ended up falling in love with them and buying 4 more. So they're out there now too. I also have a dresser, which I might... which you'll see. What else? We have 3 beds that are trellised with net. As you've seen planting, we are going to put up 3 more. That's hard to do in 2 beds. We're going to put up 2 more trellises, either in the fall or the spring, probably the spring. So all 5 will be trellised, so I can go wild, basically. What else do you need to know? Oh, the dirt. Let's talk about the dirt, finally. I used a local company that had amazing reviews. The only bad reviews were about the drivers and how they can't drive. Like, people seeing them on the highway and being, oh, they're a shitty driver, so I'm going to write a review of the company based on this one interaction I've had with them. I won't be going back. I won't be recommending it to anybody. I've told people not to go to them because I ordered 13 cubic yards, so that's a lot, of triple mix, which is supposed to be compost, manure, and a peat moss coconut core type product. And we got it, filled my bag. Getting it, on the other hand, was another nightmare. We were supposed to, I ordered it, and hello plane. So I called and I inquired, I asked for prices. I called everybody in my area. They were the cheapest, and I know why now, or I don't know why, but I'm assuming why. Plane. So I decided to go with them. So I called them back and I'm like, hey, I want 13 cubic yards of triple mix delivered on this day. They said no. That should have been my first clue. She's like, it's too wet. We can't deliver it. And I said, it's spring. Everything's wet. It's supposed to be wet. And they're like, we'll call you in a week. I'm like, okay, cool, trusting the process because I don't know what I'm doing, so maybe she's right. Maybe they were right. So I waited and I waited. 2 weeks rolls around. I finally call her back and she goes, oh, sorry. Yeah, we can have it delivered for Wednesday. Cool. Showed up on Wednesday in the time frame that I wanted. Driver was lovely. He was fabulous. They dropped it and left. So I immediately started filling my beds, which are filled with logs from around the property, leaves from around the property, and then this dirt. I was hoping to inoculate it with microbes that are around the area to try and help it get there faster. I don't know if I did the right thing, but anyway. So I filled my beds, and it just didn't feel right. It was drying out really quickly once it was in the beds. It was like gray, and it was clumpy, like, sorry, itchy eye again, really, really clumpy. And so I decided to do a soil test, and there should be nutrition in triple mix because of the compost and the manure. There was absolutely no nutrition with this bed, with this dirt. I did multiple soil tests. It's obviously just one from Canadian Tire. It's a cheap one. But I tried multiple different times because the directions said to let the dirt sit for, I think it was an hour to 24 hours. So I did that. I did an hour, I did 3 hours, I did 5 hours, I did 24 hours, and they all came back with no nutrition. Nothing. There was nothing in it. So that's why I call it dirt. So at that point, I reached out to the company with pictures of my dirt, pictures of the soil, or not of the soil, of the soil test. And they came back with, I'll talk with my driver. The driver said he delivered triple mix. They said they weren't sure based on the pictures and the soil test, so they sent me some fertilizer. So I fill my beds, have to prep it with this fertilizer to try and get the nutrition up before I can even plant. So lots of just nonsense. So I didn't end up getting to plant it for a month later than I wanted to. Which is partly that, partly the weird weather we had. So I had a really hard time transitioning from dirt. I had a really hard time hardening off because I wasn't really sure. Like, I knew what to do, even though this is my first year doing it. I knew what to do, but the weather being so wonky, I didn't know what I was doing. So I tried my best, planted out with you, ended up with some burnt leaves because they weren't hardened off properly. Everything's looking good now, as you'll see. So I think that's it that we need to talk about with the garden. So let's go to the garden and take a look. So we are going to start up here with my perennials. Well, I guess that's not a perennial. Wherever it is, right there. But we'll start over here. This little one is scullcap. We have Feverfew. Oh goodness, more scullcap. That's supposed to be sage. That's supposed to be tarragon. We have coneflower, oregano, thyme. That's apple mint. That's lime balm. That's lime balm, and that one's lime balm. That one's dead. This is ashwagandha, and it's being eaten some pretty good. This is normal oregano, and then we have chocolate and berries and cream mint, and that is lemongrass that I got on clearance for like $3. I was thrilled. This is lemon mint. I'm hoping it takes over the entire thing, but it will take some time. And this is spearmint. This is the one I started from seed, and this is one I bought. Once again, hoping it'll take over the whole thing. And this is lemon balm that I once again started from seed and whole thing. We have two different varieties of lavender. This is a snow lavender, and this is just a regular lavender. Then we have chives. And these are drawers that came from my daughter's dresser. And as you can see, well, you can't see, I had dill, but the bunnies got to it. And a little bit of my parsley too. Oh, and all my spinach. So, I have another one over these over here. And the bunnies got all the spinach. All of it. So I'm not happy about that. Okay, so we're going to start with this bed here. I have 5 of these big beds in total. They are 4 by 8 foot. So we have basil right here in the front. We have 3 basils. These tomatoes here are Heinz variety. 3 of them I started from seed, 3 of them I bought. Actually 4 of them, there's another one over there. The onions along here are Patterson that I started from seed, and they're not doing so hot. This whole thing was lined. Anyway, there's some Tulsi in the back over there. And then all these green beans in this bed, there's even one sticking right there, are all contender. These here are lemon jalapeno peppers. We obviously have rosemary. These beauties I started from seed. They're doing great. These are the Roma Supremo tomatoes with another couple beans. And this poor little guy, I don't think is going to make it. He's been holding on, but he's not going to make it. And we have more of the Patterson onions. And another Tulsi. Then if we look at this bed, this beautiful, beautiful bed. This is my pepper and radish bed, which I need to harvest. It's starting to bolt because it's been so hot. So we have red and white storage onions lining the whole bed. And then a variety of different peppers. We have Aji Cristal, Sugar Rush Peach. We have jalapeno. Oh, there's so many. I will have to, I'll try to figure out how to put them on the screen. I can't even remember. All these peppers I started from seed and were hit pretty hard when I transplanted them. Oh, big onion. But are looking really good now. We had a bit of a hard time with the hardening off phase due to weather. And this beautiful bed, I'll start at the back. And so these are my pickling cucumbers. I believe these are Wisconsin pickling. And then we have some more onions. We have snow peas. And we actually have some peas starting to form. There's a little one there too. More onions. And these are straight 8 cucumbers. I sowed some, and then these are the ones I started inside. And then, oh, looky, looky, we got some broccoli, but it looks like it's starting to bolt. Great. So hidden in all the broccoli are some zinnias. Not all of them came up, but that's okay. Then we have, these are walking onions, not walking onions, bunching onions right here in the front. And then we have a whole bunch of broccoli. Whole bunch of broccoli. Okay. And this bed is the rest of the dresser that my daughter wouldn't give up, so we're using it. We have Dinosaur kale here, a toy lawnmower. There's my marjoram bush. It was here when we moved here. And all of these, except for this little guy here, oh, let's pick that weed. Except for this little guy here, all of these are jalapeno food jewel. Oh, fooled you. And look, we have a flower forming. Yay. And this one is a habanadda because my kids are excited to have not sauce, not hot sauce. This bed, very front, we have onions again. Oh, this bed, the pepper bed, these are all started from sets rather than seeds. Sets rather than seeds. So I think I'm going to do that this next year. So we have onions along the front, some of it, and then we have carrots and then broccoli. And in between the broccoli, we have the calendula. Can you tell I don't really know what I'm doing? But there's the calendula. And on the back of this one, because this is a trellised one, we have more onions, always more onions. These are very struggling. I can't even see if you can see those. Cucamelons. But like I seeded some when I planted my big ones in hopes of getting more. Then more snow peas again. And we have peas forming on this one too. And then these are my Wisconsin pickling cucumbers. I seeded most of these, like I sowed them in the ground, most of these, and they've already caught up to the 3 that I had planted already. And then this bed is very similar. We have our snow peas with bigger peas on them. This section of snow pea has done really, really well. Even compared to the other ones. I'm not sure why. Let's get rid of those. And then we have onions and tomatoes. So we have 1 beefsteak tomato. From here to here is Bing cherry tomatoes. And then these are Rosco Sicilian. I got them as a freebie. Wasn't sure if I was going to do them, but then I was reading about them. And apparently they're good for like fresh eating and canning, so like pasta sauce making, so I thought that was really interesting. So we're going to give those a try. We're back at our lavender, and in here we have broccoli, calendula and onions again, same as that bed. And see, look at, you can tell they're trying to bolt. Oh, this little guy here is supposed to be celery, but it's hurting real bad. And then we have the kids' beds. So the kids' beds, sorry about all this green stuff, it's off the trees. So in the kids' beds we have strawberry. Well, 2 of the 3 of the kids' beds are the same. The twins have to have the same, right? Strawberries, carrots. We have, these are baby Bing cherry tomatoes. That's a sweet pepper, King of the North Golden or something. Watermelon. Oh, that's the one I started from seed. Woo, that's cool. And then this one is the exact same. Oh, and there's a line of marigolds that are coming up on this bed right here a little bit, but nothing came up on this one. So, and that little baby's doing pretty well too, not that you can really tell. And then this is my son's bed. He wasn't really sure what he wanted beyond basil, a habanadda, which is this poor little guy here. He's still holding on, but he's doing okay. And then these are the California Wonder Golden, the same as in the girls' beds. And then these 4 really spindly looking things are cayenne peppers that I got on clearance for $1 for all of them. So I thought I'd try to save them. More dinosaur kale. And then we have my chamomile, which I didn't think was coming up and then just suddenly was here. And now we walk through this really cool little tunnel. Well, not tunnel, walkway, to get to the front bed that we planted together. And there have been some changes. So let's go look. So there's my comfrey. We have calendula coming up. It's hard to see it, but we do have it coming up. I added some Brussels sprouts because some of my squash is missing. Like I had a squash plant there and it's gone. Then we have 1, 2, 3 of the, these are the honey nut squash. So it's a butternut squash variety. And that's what was up there, but it's missing now. And then here we have 1, 2, and 3 more Brussels sprouts because I had Starship squash, and like you can see, well, sort of, like it's not going anywhere. Except for maybe that one. So we have hope. Oh, mosquito. Mosquitoes are so bad. I also planted some marigolds in here. So that's what like this is. I did seed the whole back with sunflowers, but only one came up. Only one came up down there. And then we have another line of calendula. And if you watched my video for planting the front bed, which I'll link down below, you know what this is. This was supposed to be my last baked potato squash seed. Not a single one came up. And then we have more of the contender beans all the way down. Along with, these are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that are doing fabulously. And some marigolds. So, there we go, there we go. And there's my one sunflower. Right, oh, where is he? Right there. I'm not sure what you are. And then we've got some zinnias popping up, which will be great. And they're all reaching that way because of where the sun is. And these are all calendula, which once again, they're all reaching. We have some marigold around this is a Bing cherry tomato. We also have some little baby, here, let's move the leaf. Little baby basil in here. I have 1, 2, 3 of them, not that you can really see them. And then this is another Heinz tomato. And then we have, so that was, welcome back to the backyard. That was my garden tour. I kind of panicked and forgot what varieties I am growing, as this is my first garden tour. I messed up on the beans, couldn't remember the varieties of peppers I was growing. That was a mess and a half. But here we are. It's done. Hopefully the next one will be better. But for right now, all of the varieties that I'm growing will be in the description box. That way I won't forget any of them. So I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow along. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.